For the Municipality of West Elgin Recreation Committee. I'll call this to order at 6:03 p.m. Number two on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda. So the recommendation is that the West Elgin Recreation Committee hereby adopts the agenda as circulated. Mover and seconder, please. Moved by
I'll make that
Karen and
motion.
okay, seconded by Bill. All in favor? Okay, so moved. Three is a disclosure of any pecuniary interest, either present it now or at the time. Not seeing any. Number four, minutes. The recommendation is that the West Elgin Recreation Committee adopts the minutes of, I believe it was, I don't have it in front of me, June? Yeah, June 17th, 2026, as printed and circulated. A mover and a seconder, please. Moved by Cindy and seconded by Karen. All in favor? All right, that is a rise. Oh, maybe she's frozen.
I think you glitched too. I don't know. Uh-oh. Everyone's frozen.
Was I frozen or was other people?
I don't know. I think we all froze.
There, everyone's back now. We're good now. Any business arising from those minutes? Number five on our agenda. Not seeing any. So number six is items of discussion. So we'll move on to 6.1, the movie night for August the 29th.
Yeah, so just wanted to update everybody on that. We're going to go ahead with Saturday, August 29th. And I think our plan of attack is to go for Miller Park in West Lorne. We have our license, we have our password to our account for on demand. We have our screen, we have a computer. We pretty much have everything ready to go. And I know, Tressa, you said that you could be there that night. Cindy, I can't remember if you were. Yes, I think so. Bill, maybe as well. Myself, a maybe, just depending if I'm able to like flex hours on the weekend or how that's going to work. But regardless, I'll have everything set up and all the equipment to whoever. And I can definitely do like a walkthrough with someone. Like we can do a mock and go over it. Just whoever does that,
Okay.
so they're not like super stressed in the moment or in case something goes awry. Yeah, and then I think maybe if we want a rain date, like if that day doesn't look good, should we try for the Friday and just kind of look in advance as like the rain date? Or should it be maybe the following weekend? I'm not sure.
What's everyone thinking?
I think just having a backup date would probably be good.
Well, could we decide at the time on the 29th because then we'll know the forecast closer to it?
Like a week,
Or
yeah,
is
that's
that
what
kind
I'm
of
thinking.
easy?
And then we were thinking like an 8 o'clock-ish start, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, yeah, so maybe I have a couple, I looked at some of the movies just to see what like the top kid movies were. So the Minecraft movies on there, Paw Patrol if we're trying to target younger kids, SpongeBob movie and Lego Batman were some of the like newest, trendiest top movies that we have access to on the on demand. So if anyone has any thoughts on that, um, I feel like maybe something a little bit more neutral for like all ages,
Like
maybe.
Lego Batman or
Yeah.
Minions? I don't know. It would be more
Yeah.
neutral
I
in
know
that way.
Minecraft movie was like a big hit with kids, but I just don't know how young it caters to. But that one was like 2025. So I thought, okay, that's pretty recent. Like that could be a hit. So, okay. Good to know.
What are you guys thinking?
So sorry, can you repeat what they were? You said Minecraft and that was 2025?
Yeah, Minecraft was the newest, and then
Yep.
it goes in order. This is newest. Minecraft,
Yep.
Paw Patrol, but that's more young kids, right?
Yep.
SpongeBob movie, Lego Batman.
And how old is SpongeBob and Lego Batman?
Both more like mid youth, I would say, like even going into like early teens, like kids would watch that.
Okay.
I just know some parents aren't a huge fan of SpongeBob, so
Hmm.
I'm not sure if that would. I don't know. My parents weren't, so I'm just speaking on experience, I guess. I don't know. But I think the Minecraft or Batman one would be like a good, like, I think it caters to many kids. I don't know. So,
Karen?
There, can you hear me now?
yeah.
I think even some adults might want to watch Minecraft because I know there's adults that play that game.
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I know that there are some that do. So maybe we would get a
Okay.
broad range
I agree.
one.
And there's
Yeah,
some good actors in that movie as well. I'm pretty sure it did well. So maybe that's a good, yeah.
yeah. I think we should try that, and if
Okay.
everyone
I think
agrees,
that's a
then
good idea.
yeah. And then once school's back in, then we could, because it would be indoor then. So then we could even cater to have Paw Patrol early and have a later
Mhm.
movie for teens and just have
Mhm.
one night, right? And
Yeah.
you could stay for both, or you could leave when your kids are tired or that type of thing, and then have different a younger age group and an older grade age group movie.
And the on demand will always update. So new stuff will come on there eventually. I kind of just have to keep checking. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think Minecraft would be good.
okay. I like that. I agree.
We're still gonna do like a snack bar or no?
I don't know what our thoughts are on that. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
Karen?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend on the 29th. We're still away for the summer. We run a summer business, but I could donate some snacks if you guys want to do that. But I was also thinking maybe in August, just start small and let people bring their own snacks, and you're going to have enough to do like kind of cleaning up trash and stuff after probably. And then maybe once it's indoors, we could start doing snacks and have popcorn available or chips or sour keys or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Cindy?
wonder, would the Lions Club, or sorry, maybe not the Lions Club, the Optimist Club maybe want to come with their food truck?
Yeah,
That's a
maybe,
good
or
idea.
like the ice cream person. I was just thinking like two, and it's separate from us. Like they're just provided there. And if you
Yeah,
want something, great, and if not, okay.
yeah.
We did get a donation from the funeral home, so I need to look at that and see if we pulled the licensing fee from that. And if we didn't, then we may have some extra money that we could use in purchasing some snacks that we could give out for free, like maybe some chips and stuff like that. So that could be an option.
Could we invite what Karen was talking about, one of the uh
The Lions Club or the
Lions Club or one of the Rotary clubs? Yeah.
The food truck and the Lions Club is a great idea. They're always pretty, unless they're booked, pretty game to come to anything. So I can definitely send them something.
Okay,
I don't know
Cindy?
if the Optimist has a food truck, but I'm not sure.
My only concern with in these invites to these other organizations is if, like, do you think people are going to be there before 8 o'clock?
Yes,
Okay, that's
I
all.
would
Because I was
guess.
going to say, like, I just don't want it to be not worth their time and effort to come if it's like mainly like late evening. Do you know what I mean? That's all.
I would even suggest to people to come earlier to like get your spots
Yeah.
kind of thing. I would be like, so people can get comfy, get their snacks. Like if you have many kids to run, get them all together. So
Mhm.
yeah, I would think it'd be something we'd want to have probably set up around like 7:30, and then we like start the movie at 8.
Okay.
Also, in case something goes wrong, we could figure it out.
Karen, go ahead, and then we'll go to
Just
Megan.
thinking of like when I take my kids to the drive-in when they were younger, you go early, it's still
Mhm.
light out, they're running around playing with the other kids. So if we're in Miller Park, they can have a pickup soccer game. The parents will all stand around and chat. So I think a food truck might do very well at that.
Yeah. And maybe the food truck can even come earlier. I see what you're saying now, Cindy.
Yeah.
Like maybe they come early and then
Yeah.
our movie tags on to that
Yeah.
Mhm.
kind
So
of
it's kind
thing.
of a social thing, and then the movie starts, and
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Megan?
I just have two questions. I'm just wondering what the expectations are for the volunteers for this event, like length of time, what our roles are going to be, number one. And number two, I guess I hear what you're saying about the food trucks, but we're trying to kind of create like this free event for people to come, but then we're having a food truck where, it's not cheap to feed your family, a couple burgers and hamburgers. So I get it on one hand, but when we're trying to provide like kind of a free community event, but then we're having these food trucks there, like, I don't know, I'm just kind of struggling with that a little bit.
Yeah, totally understandable. Cindy, you wanted to say something after that?
Yeah. I was wondering, if you do look into those dollars, would it be possible for us to have like the Lions, or I forget if it's Lions or Optimist, I can't recall what you just said, but could we purchase like a hot dog for each person or something like that? Or is this like, am I way off in price? I don't know, but something like that where we're at least buying something, like some of the food is free or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder. I know what we would have would I think only be a couple hundred.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not, I wouldn't say it's like significant by any means. But I guess finding an actual dollar amount would be helpful because then it can help us gauge what we could do.
I think Karen at the beginning of the discussion said maybe stay simple, and then I don't know who said
Yeah,
it, and
maybe
then
that's a
expand
good,
then.
just
So
stay
did you want to
simple.
roll back to that idea after Megan and Cindy and Karen's
Yeah,
suggestions? So I don't know what
yeah.
you guys want to do. If you want to just do something simple in the beginning, like Megan was saying, and more geared towards free. I see it as free still with the option if you want to grab a burger, you grab a burger, and then we're also supporting our community groups. But that's just my 2 cents. But yeah, if you want to do that and just have it entirely open, and you come, to Miller Park and do whatever and get your spot and watch a movie, we can do that. And if we add, an invitation out to one of the community groups to come, then there they are. And if people want to use them or not, whatever you guys feel is more appropriate for our first time doing this.
I think also too with the food trucks, we have to keep in mind that a lot of them, they kind of have a plan of what groups that they're supporting for the summer. So then, then we're also putting pressure on them that they need to then find volunteers for this event and purchase and that sort of thing. And we're kind of like, 3-ish weeks out. So I think it's a great idea, but I think also to them, we're just kind of, it's not good planning on our part to just kind of spur this on them essentially at the last minute.
Okay. What are you guys thinking? Is it an invitation or not? Karen?
I kind of see it both ways. Like, we're starting something new and we thought of you guys, and because we need to build that connection with those service clubs, and the Optimists in particular, like they're doing the parade. And we've talked about how, Canada Day is we haven't been able to bring the groups together. So maybe we should be using some of these opportunities when they can be involved to bring them, working with our group rather than so it benefits them if they want to join. And if they don't want to join, then that's fine. And like Teresa said, if parents want to buy food, they can. And if they want to bring their own, there's certainly that opportunity too. Because I think for the future movie nights, when they're indoors, there's not going to be an opportunity to have their food truck because they'll have it in storage for the winter and we won't need it inside. And so that's just my thinking. I think it never hurts to ask them. And if they're busy, then
Yeah, they might be booked. That's the thing too, right? So
yeah,
it might not even be free.
but at least it shows the olive branch that, we want to work with you and we're running this. What are you guys running? Maybe we can help volunteer there. Like we have to try and build that connection because right now there's so many different groups running different things and nobody's connected and nobody knows what the other one's doing. And I think that we need to start bringing our community together so that we can do amazing things.
Yeah, agreed.
Megan?
Oh, I think you muted, Megan.
I totally agree with what you're saying, Karen, and I 100% like am a total supporter of that. I think just a lot like being an Optimist Club member, I think there's a lot of trust building that needs to happen between the municipality and our groups. I think that kind of there needs to be a little bit of relationship building and connection and relationship repair happening first before we just be like, hey, let's start working together and let's do this. So I totally agree and I support what you're saying. And I think that that is definitely a direction that us as a committee definitely want to move towards. But I think that um there has to be some connection on, you know, what's gone wrong in the past and how can we move forward? How can we repair it? And how can we work together?
Mm-hmm. So since we're just not quite sure what we're doing, maybe one of you should put a motion forward about what you'd like to have for that day, and then we'll vote on there from go ahead. So if someone wants to put forward a motion to just stick with what we have, or B, just go ahead and stick with what we have for plans going for the 29th and reach out to a service group. So I'm looking for someone on the floor to bring a motion forward for what exactly the plans would be on the 29th in regards to having a food truck or not. Karen, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll make the motion since I'm not going to be there on the 29th. So I don't want people to like, oh, Karen said do this and then we don't. So I'm going to make the motion that we go ahead and keep things simple and we offer the movie to the community for free. We look into whether we have funds available to possibly purchase snacks, keeping in mind that we want to be able to give something to everyone in attendance. And that we show the movie Minecraft starting at 8 o'clock on August 29th.
Okay, and a seconder for that motion. That was long. All the information. Cindy.
I'll second that.
Okay, and then all in favor? That's so moved. Any other thing we need to talk about for that day other than who's going to be there? So we'll have to sort that out. I think I have one kid that's still looking for a few hours, and then I directed another one to you that I don't know that well, and they kind of went off the radar. So hopefully they'll get a hold of you, Jenna.
I still have like 2 contacts, kids that I'm on and off with from Canada Day who were great. So
Okay.
I'm sure they'd be
Okay.
game if I can
Okay.
chat with them.
It's a busy time of the year,
Yep,
right?
it is.
Cindy?
Okay, so I'm going to backtrack just a second here, okay?
Sure.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about Canada Day. So when we had our volunteers for Canada Day, it was wonderful that we had everyone. But in my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, I don't feel that it's appropriate to have volunteers there when we're as an organization of the municipality or as an organization of the rec center or rec, sorry, what are we called again? The rec committee to not be there at the same time. So I feel like I know in Canada Day, we all kind of left eventually, but those students were still there. And I just I didn't feel good about that afterwards. So I almost feel like if we are going to have volunteers, underage volunteers, younger youth volunteers, I feel like either a staff or someone from the committee needs to be there from beginning to end to be with them in case something happens. They have a question or something, because then at least we could try to help them navigate how to solve it. Again, that's my opinion, but that's
that's a great perspective that we have in the past always done that. And then just this year, I think things got busy. We didn't do it, but great perspective and best practices. Thanks for bringing that forward. It's exactly what we should be doing. So we could leave them in a bad spot and not know, something could have gone awry and they're scrambling to get a hold of one of us. I mean, they all had our numbers, but it's different than, you're right, one of us physically being there. So thanks for that. Megan?
I think just to tag on to what Cindy's saying, it then goes back to like it's the rec committee running the Canada Day event, right? It's the rec committee being the volunteers at the Canada Day event and running the thing. And then the same thing with the movie day, you know, it's the rec committee members that are running it. And that isn't really like that isn't what our group is like. We're yes, we volunteer our time, but like our goal is to come together and develop ideas that our municipality can then move forward. So if the expectation is for us to run the movie day, like I guess that's where I'm kind of struggling a little bit.
So I see it as the, for example, the Economic Development Committee. They go and they put the time in and everything for all of their events, and then they attend them. So I see as I'm on the Heritage Homes. I attend all the meetings, I put into play, into action, and then we're there. So I don't think the arena committee members would be doing that. And I can't think of what other members would have something that would also have an event too, or what other committee, sorry, would also have an event too. But yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. And yeah, it's more like you're saying to like have the baby make the ideas and then send it off to our volunteers. Is that what you're meaning, Megan?
Well, and this isn't nothing against you, Jenna, but we have fought for months and months and months to get a rec person on board who can like take all of these ideas and put them into play. But then if we're still carrying out, like, you know, Jenna, you've done the research and you've got things organized, but then we're still the ones that are carrying out the event. That doesn't build a case for the importance of why we need Jenna in our community to oversee these events, to plan these events, to execute these events.
Okay, Cindy? Oh, I think you're muted, Cindy.
Sorry, I don't remember what I was going to say. I put my hand up too soon, and then I started listening to Megan. Sorry.
You're a Wonder Woman, wondering what you're going to say.
Yep. Sorry.
That's my new phrase. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back to Megan then, because I thought you were gonna follow up with what she said. Yeah, I think it's a extremely valid point that we have, you know, the staff member to do it and to be the one to take it over, but we still need boots on the ground too, and that's difficult, as we know, to find volunteers. So you're right, Megan, we have to find that balance and find that, if I'm understanding you correctly, find that balance and find exactly where we need to be and what we exactly have on those days when there's events coming forward, who it is and what it is and what it looks like. So I'm just trying to think what else. So can we put that on a future agenda, exactly what that looks like? And for our events, and so it's not us doing all the work, and like we're more organizing what's happening that day and bringing it to fruition, but we can't be expected to be volunteering our time and then also every time we have an event be doing all of the work as well. It has to be some sort of balance. So maybe on a future agenda we can dive into that, since we all just kind of, I know I personally just set aside half hour, 45 minutes for this meeting because that's what I thought it would be. So something to totally deep dive into in the future, near future, for sure. Cindy?
I guess you don't really want to speak about this right now, but my impression was that when we did hire, that our staff would be at each event that we do host. So, but I totally agree what you're saying though, about that we have that we are volunteering for certain things as well. But I didn't expect for us to not have staffing at everything that we did. So, but I mean, you're going to put it on the agenda for future. So,
yeah, I'd like near future.
Yeah. So,
figure it out exactly looks like.
But saying that, then Teresa, obviously our next meeting won't be till middle of September. So, the expectation for the Pooch Plunge and for the movie night, what do we do about those things?
No, yeah, exactly. Are you able to be at those as a staff member? Or you have to look into that, Jenna?
I think I am, but also to my understanding is like my hours are Monday to Friday and anything extra is then overtime. So that needs to be like approved ahead of time because then that is coming out of, like people are going to then be paying me extra essentially than what I should be paid for those 2 weeks. So I'm totally like, I can do the movie night for sure. The pooch plunge. I'll have to look into and see, but like movie night, I can be there. I feel like that's probably best since I have the laptop and like all that stuff. So yeah, I think it's just something I just have to like touch base with probably Terry and Robin on like moving forward.
So maybe we could go back to council as a committee and look at, say, I'm thinking of Adam, for example. So when he has a tournament or whatever, I'm sure he's maybe doing, I'm just going to
Yes.
guess. I don't know. I'd have to look at the model and go back to staff and see. Maybe he's having Lou time on a Tuesday to be there all weekend on
Mhm.
for, Karen's nodding her head. She's organized many a tournament.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's just what I would, maybe Bill knows because he's on the reading committee. I don't know. But I'm just thinking, need to respect her contract, respect her time. We all need balance, but also to fulfill the role as well. So yeah, we
Definitely.
can look back at that and work on that together and see what that looks like exactly. And in the future, so we know. Megan, did you have your hand up?
I was just gonna say if there's an option to like flex time or that sort of thing, like certainly we don't want overtime and I totally appreciate that and get that, but like there's got to be an option to like flex your time or something like that, or like Tressa said in lieu of, just because like if we're gonna be having like an event on a Saturday or a Wednesday evening or something like that, there's gonna have to like we just can't as volunteers just always be expected to be there to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
most of us have 9 to 5 jobs as well, right? Sorry, am I on mute?
Or many of them, yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to work that out and let's go back to staff and figure that out and maybe even an email, get that ironed out ahead of time before our next September meeting.
So then Tressa, sorry, going back to roles then. So like, I mean, so I'm just wondering, like, are we gonna be there for like 2 or 3 hours for this movie night? Like, are someone gonna be at setup, someone to be at takedown, or like, do you know how that's gonna roll out?
I'm hoping that it would be staff and volunteers that day. And if we want to attend with our families and help out a bit, then we attend with our families and help out a bit.
So
Because
we'll
it's
be
not
there
like a
from
huge
beginning to end then, yeah?
huge organizational event, not like Canada Day where there's so many
Yeah.
moving pieces. I don't know if maybe we could start looking towards that. That's what I had hoped when we first talked about it, but maybe I'm wrong. Is that what everyone else was thinking? That we'd hope that it was more volunteer and one staff based, or?
That was my understanding. Yeah, just like a couple hours basically set up, take down, that type of thing.
So I'm just basically asking because I want to know what time I'm supposed to be there at and what time I'm supposed to leave at, just so I'm clear.
Mm-hmm.
So can you guys give me an approximation?
I would say like 7 to get there and start setting
Okay.
up and organizing.
Yeah.
Let me look at the runtime for the movie, but let's call it
Okay.
10 to 10. I would, yeah.
Okay.
Or if you're just on one end of that, and we've
Yeah.
got
Or if you
volunteers,
can only be there at the start or like any, we're open to
any help
any,
in
yeah,
extra hands is
exactly.
great.
Yeah.
But yeah, 7 would
just-
be the
I
earliest.
don't want you to count on me and me not be there. So I just want to
Yeah.
make sure. So, okay, 7 till 10. Got it.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yep.
Are we organized then for the movie night and we can move on to 6.2, the pooch plunge? Looking like we are. So we'll move to 6.2, the pooch plunge, August 9th from 9:30 to 11:30 at Port Glasgow. Hopefully the water's still great. Yeah.
And Sasha will put out the poster for that. And when she has it done and made, she was going to send it over to me. So I can.
Okay, and is she gonna recognize that
Yep.
we're part of it too? Okay, great.
Yep, we talked about that. So Yeah,
If
I
anybody's
think-
not familiar who Sasha is, she is who's in Dutton and also running the food in Port
Marina.
Glasgow Trailer Park as well as the marina.
Erie Shores, yeah.
And I've forgotten her last name right now. I
Is
don't
it
know why. Anyways,
Bailey?
I think you're right.
Something?
So yeah. So we'll wait for that
Mm-hmm.
flyer to come out from Sasha and hoping a lot of little pooches come out. Cindy?
I'm sorry, can we backtrack for just 1 second? I just wanted to be clear. I don't know if we mentioned this. Is someone doing up a flyer for movie night?
I'll do.
And
Goodness, do
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
and then you'll send that out because
Yeah.
I saw that you did save the date, Teresa, which was nice. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. Okay,
Yeah, we'll do it like movie themed with like rec committee, municipality. We'll do all that. So
great.
yes, I will send for approval to everybody.
Thanks.
Yeah, I had some time on my hands, so I was like, save the date. I think it'll be fun. I don't know who will attend, but I think it'll be fun for whoever comes. So, and the dogs will like it. Anything else about the Pooch Fest, Cindy? Oh, you're muted.
I should just leave it on. So I'm just wondering who is going to be there for that event, or do we need somebody?
I don't think we need anyone.
Okay,
I don't
so
think we need anyone either. As it's more just if you'd like to go, obviously, because she kind of has it all planned out. Like they're doing like pop cups and stuff at for sale and stuff. So, and I think it's a pretty strict time because they have some other events going on later in the day. So it's like that's the time slot, and then they've got some other things as well. So yeah.
but they're planning on adding the logo or something like
Yeah.
about
I sent her the
municipality.
wording for like the Recreation Committee of West Elgin or whatever, something similar to that. Yes. So, yeah, once I get it, I will share it with you all.
Thank you. It's coming up fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess we'll wait for the next agenda meeting to talk about the fire rings, but I believe I sent a email around in regards to the wild goat because the teacher from West couldn't guarantee he could fit it into the fall. He said he'd try, didn't know what kind of students he had or what levels at that point. He had an idea, but it wasn't in stone. But Michelle Navakis and her partner Dave at the Wild Goat said that they already have them. They have Canada flags on them. So if you go in there, they're on the right hand side when you go in, or Maple Leafs, I guess I should say. I want to say for like $110 or something really reasonable. And he was thinking about giving it to us for whatever his cost is. I didn't ask what that was, but yeah. So that would be nice to have one of those. And then we just move it if we do the fire, community fires or whatever. So yeah, but we'll talk more about that in September, I guess, when, because it's on our agenda now and time's limited. So anything else? Anybody has any questions about those two items? Go ahead, Cindy.
I'm sorry, just about the fire pits for just a second. So wouldn't be something that we would be able to even start until like later September then? Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Just
I'm
checking.
thinking more like, I think when we first got thinking more like cool days and I know other communities do them in the middle of winter.
More like late fall.
Snow on
winter, I
taffy. We
think.
have snow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, late kind of thing. Anything else? I'm not seeing anything. Just appreciate everybody coming on a beautiful night to have a quick meeting. So thanks for that. So I'll move on to number 7 if there's nothing else for adjournment. Recommendation that the West Elgin Recreation Committee hereby adjourn at 6:38 p.m. and meet again in September. Mover and seconder, please. Cindy, and then Bill seconded. All in favor? Okay, it's passed. All right, thank you. Enjoy, be safe.